Hi guys, this is here bringing another video here showing a little bit about the Menace menu mod for the GTA Enhanced. In this video, I'll be able to show you a little bit about the part of downloading all the files, the part of injection, and also giving you a little bit of quick tour inside the game for you to show a little bit about the option that it has. But before we start the video, I always like to say that if you have bought the mod from me and you're having some doubts can be related to anything, you can always send a message through the social media that you bought and I'll be able to help you through there and give you the full support through there. But of course, if you don't have any mod yet and you're looking for a really good mod to use inside the GTA Enhanced, not just that has a lot of options and can make you upgrade your account so much more easier and earn a good amount of money, I really recommend you to keep a look on this video so you can take a look at the Menace menu and see if it fits for the things that you want. But I can make sure that it's a really good mod and a really easy mod to use because literally the options, you just click in buttons and they do everything by itself. But not gonna extend myself too much here in the beginning of this video, so let's go to the video. The first thing you need to do, as always, is to turn off your antivirus. Like I always say, here I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can turn off the Windows security, that is the antivirus that comes originally with Windows. But of course, if you have another antivirus, I can suggest you two little things so you can do this process correctly. The first one is, if you have a painful antivirus, I suggest you to search a tutorial apart that can show you exactly how you can turn off it correctly and also do the exclusions that we will need to do later in this video correctly too. The second thing is, if you have a free antivirus, I suggest you to just delete completely from your computer because it will make just impossible to download every file from the mod, so be sure you're deleting it so you can actually download everything correctly and use your mod inside the game correctly. Like I told you, here I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can turn off the Windows security, and it's actually something really simple, doesn't have too much mystery. You're just gonna come down here in this little button right here that shows all the hidden icons, and we'll search for a little shield like this one right here, and we'll click on it. After you click on it, this page will appear right here. But of course, if the little shield doesn't appear to you there's another way to find this page, that is through the search bar right here. You're just gonna click here and search for Windows security. This is the correct option. You just click on it and the same page will appear here to you. After you open this page, you're just gonna come here in this section right here that is called Virus and Threat Protection section. Click on it. You will come to the option that says Manage Settings, and here you will just turn off the first option, that is the real-time protection. So be sure you're just turning off this one. The rest you don't need to worry, just this first one right here. So you click here to turn it off, click in yes, and this little message right here that will appear to you, you need to close it and be sure you're closing it and not clicking on it, because if you click on it, probably the antivirus will turn on again and it will make it impossible to do the rest of this process of downloading all the files. So be sure you're actually closing the message. After you turn off correctly your antivirus, you can minimize this page of the Windows security because we're not going to be using for now, just later when we try to do all the exclusions that are needed. Now we can go to the actual step of downloading all of the files, and for that you're gonna come here into the official website from Menace menu. Remember that when you bought the mod, you received a link to this website where you had to register yourself, choosing a password and choosing a username to actually register yourself into the website. You needed to do that because it's through this website that you will be able to actually download all of the files from the mod. Since here I'm actually teaching you how to download all of the files from the Menace Enhanced, you will see that it's actually really simple. You're just gonna come to this section right here, that's the VIPR section, and you will click in download Menace R. But remembering that to download this file, you need to be on the dashboard. You can't be in anywhere else. You can't be on the part of buy, you can't be on this part right here, you can't be on profile. You need to be on the dashboard to be able to actually download all the files. So right now you are on the dashboard, you're gonna come to this VIPR section like I told you, and we'll click in download Menace R. That is the second option. Just click on the second option. You will click in download, and right now you're going to do the shortcut of Ctrl-J to open your download history so you can have actually access to the file that you are downloading. It will take a little time to download everything. I'm going to just wait my download here, and when it downloads correctly, I come back to show you the next steps. Okay, mine finished downloading right here, and probably yours have finished too. And right now, the next thing you will need to do is to restore down this page and take this file that you just downloaded and put in your desktop. This because it will make it just easier for us to do the next steps of this tutorial. So be sure you're getting this file and putting in your desktop to make your life easier. This part of the download history and Menace menu website you can close because we're not going to be using anymore, and we just need our Menace engine right here in our desktop. Right now, you're going to click with the right button on top of this file, and you will search for the option that says extract here, and we'll click on it. After you extracted this file right here, that's the original Menace engine, this other Menace engine right here you can delete because we are not going to be using anymore, and we just need this actual Menace engine right here. Right now, before we actually open this Menace engine and inject the mod into the game, we need to do two little things first. The first one is to do all the exclusions that I told you before, and the second one is to turn off our beta UI. Here I'm going to start by showing exactly how I can do the exclusions that are needed. For that, you're going to come back right here in the part of the Windows security. Remember that I told you to just minimize. It's because we have to come back right here and actually use the same sections to do the exclusions. So you're going to come back in the virus and threat protection section, come back and manage settings. But right now you're going to go down here till you see the option that says exclusions. You're going to click in add or remove an exclusions, select yes, and here actually we just need to do one exclusions from one file, so it's really easy. So you're going to click in add an exclusions, click in file, you're going to select your desktop, and when you select your desktop, you're going to search for the Menace engine. Where is the Menace engine? Select the Menace engine, click in open, and right now we have done all the exclusions that are needed to be able to use the mod inside the game. So we can close the Windows security because we're not going to be using anymore, and right now we need to turn off our beta UI. To turn off your beta UI, it's also something really simple. You're just going to open your Rockstar Game Launcher and you're going to log in your account normally. But remembering, you have to be sure that you're logging in the correct account to turn off the beta UI from the correct account. Because of course, if you turn off the beta UI from a different account that you usually use inside the game, you won't be able to use the mod because you're actually turning off the beta UI from the wrong account. So be sure you're entering the correct account to actually turn off the beta UI from the correct account. I'm going to enter here in mine really quickly, and when I enter, I come back and show you exactly how you can turn off the beta UI, but you will see that it's really easy. Okay, I already entered here in my correct account. So to turn off, like I told you, it's really easy. You're just gonna come to this last section that says settings, and as usual, your beta UI will come with this little square yellow like this. This basically means that your beta UI is on, and to turn off, you just come here, click in this little square till it appears gray like this, and this means that your beta UI is off. So you can close your Rockstar Game Launcher because we're not going to be using anymore, and now we can go to the actual part of injecting the mod into the game. Now for this part, you're going to click twice on top of the Menace engine to open it. The first time that you try to open, this message right here will appear, but this message basically means that the Windows doesn't recognize what this app could be, so it thinks that it's something dangerous. But to resolve this problem, it's really easy. You're going to click in more info and you will click in run anyway. After you've done this, you will see that this square will appear to you, that this is the Menace engine. So this is the loader responsible to inject the mod into the game. So here right now, you need to first choose the correct GTA that you will be injecting the mod. And something that I always need to say is that be sure you're actually injecting the mod into the correct version of GTA that you have bought it. For example, if you only have bought the legacy version of the Menace menu, be sure you're only injecting the legacy version of GTA, and if you have an enhanced version, do the same. Only inject in the enhanced version of GTA. Since here I'm showing exactly how you can download and inject the mod in the enhanced version of GTA, I'm going to select the enhanced right here. After you select the enhanced, you will click in inject enhanced DLL. Here will appear a message saying exactly what I told you, to be sure you're only injecting the mod in the correct version that you have bought it. So just click in I understand, and here you will be selecting in which game platform you will be opening GTA. I'm going to be opening mine through Epic Games, but you, of course, if you open through Rockstar or Steam, you just select right here the correct one for you. I will select Epic Games, And before you click on launch, you need to open your game, because you actually need to click on launch when the game is beginning. You know, when the game is starting, that appears all the police lights and police sounds, literally that police cutscene is in that moment, literally in the beginning of the game, that you will click on launch. I'm going to open my game here, like I said, through Epic Games, to show you exactly when you need to click on launch. So I'm going to open mine here, and when the game is starting, I come back to show you exactly how you will do it. Okay, my game is starting right here. So right now I'm going to do the shortcut of Alt Ask to have access to this and click in inject. So we have to do this really fast, because if you don't actually inject in the beginning of the game, it won't work. So be sure you're actually doing this of starting the game and clicking Alt Ask literally in the beginning of the game when all the police cutscenes is starting, to actually be able to inject the mod correctly, clicking on inject on the loader of the Menace engine to be sure you're injecting correctly and to actually be able to use correctly the mod inside the game. So telling again, the game is starting, the police cutscenes is starting, all the police lights and police sounds are starting. You will click in Alt Ask, click in inject. This message will appear here to you that basically is saying that the mod has injected correctly and has injected everything correctly, so you can come back to your game. Here I'm just going to put my game in the full screen because I don't know why it's windowed. Let me just put in full screen, apply changes, so much better. Before we actually enter into a random session so I can show you exactly everything of the mod, you can check if your mod has injected correctly clicking on the key F8 of your keyboard to have access to this part right here to enter your credentials. These credentials, in this case the username and the password, has to be exactly the ones that you register yourself in the first place in the website. Remember that you received a link, you had to register yourself into the website. It's that username that you chose and the password that you choose to have access to the website that you're going to put right here. Remembering that it has to be exactly the same one. If you put a little bit different, it won't work. So be sure you're putting the correct username and the correct password. Here I already put mine and the password is already right here too because the mod saves for you. So basically you just will need to put the username and the password the first time because later the mod will save this credentials for you and you will just need to click and log in. But the first time you need to put, so be sure you're putting the correct one. After you put the correct username and the password, you have to come here in the terms of use, click on it, and I really advise you to have a quick reading about all of the terms of use so you can be sure you're actually using the mod correctly and to don't do anything stupid that can make you lose your mod or anything like that. Click in accept and click in close. And then right now you can click in login. After you click on login, if you put your correct username and the correct password, you will see that you already will have access to all of the sections that the mod has and all of the options right here. I will enter in a random session so I can give you a quick tour inside the game. So when I enter in a random session, I come back. Okay, I already enter here in a random session. I'm just gonna get out of this garage, my garage, because then I can show you exactly this stuff correctly. And now starting a quick tour. Remembering that to open your mod, you have to click on the key F8 of your keyboard to open all of the options. Here, of course, I'm going to start doing a really quick tour, just showing some options that it has and some sections that the mod has really quickly, okay? So the first section we have here is the part of self that basically is everything related to your character. So for example, here there are some options related to being God mode, being bulletproof, being visible. Here also in this part of self, there's the part of wanted that basically you can be never wanted by the police or freeze the wanted. There is some part of movement. So for example, here you can click to be running super fast or giving super jumps. You can also be no clip that basically you go flying in faster to places. Here in the part of self, there's also the part of regeneration that basically you can regenerate your life. And for the last, we have the spawn of pedestrians that has a lot of things that you can spawn right here. Part of weapons is everything related to weapons, as the name already give a little suggestion. And here, for example, we have the option of give all weapons that basically you can get all of the weapons in the game. For example, if I close my mod and open my guns right here, you can see that I don't have any basically. But if I open my mod again and click in the option of give all weapons and open again this port of weapons, you can see that I already have basically all of them right here. So here in the port of weapons, there is the part of give all weapons. There are also the part of remove all weapons if you want to remove them all. There is also some options related to the ammo. For example, you can get infinite ammo, infinite clip, rapid fire. Here also there's the port of aimbot. If you want to use here, you can enable it. There is the part of trigger bot. You can also enable targeting mode, explosive ammo if you want to enable it, and air strikes. Part of vehicles, the name already suggests itself, is everything related to the vehicles that you can spawn and also to do some changes. So for example, here you have the part of spawners that basically you can choose a class and choose a car, clicking in it, and you will spawn automatically. So let me just show you here. I'm going to choose a class right here. I'm going to choose the class sport like I always like to choose, and going to choose this Bravado Banshee because I also like to choose always. And if I click on the option, as you can see, I already will be able to use the car automatically. Just let me turn off this radio because I never really like the music here and just make me annoyed. So here in the vehicle spawners, you just choose a class, choose the car that you want, clicking on it, and you will already be spawning it. You can also spawn like being with the maximum upgrade and some stuff like that. Here also there are some options of the vehicle. For example, you can max up your vehicle, you can repair your vehicle, you can make it be in God mode, keep it fixed. That basically if you keep like hitting the car, it will keep being fixed. If you want to delete it, if you want to save it, because you also can save all of the vehicles that you spawn to use later when you're actually entering the game without the mod. There is also some part of Los Santos costumes if you want to custom something. AI autopilot, that basically you choose a place and basically start the autopilot and it will go literally driving for you. There's a part of floats right here, acrobatics. There's a part of rocket booster. There's a part just for doors if you want to open, lock them, if you want to close them. There's also the part specific for windows and specific part for plate, literally. Here we have also the part of teleport that basically is literally the part that will help you teleport to places. So for example, here there's the option of auto teleport that basically if you mark a waypoint into the map, it will make you teleport to any place that you want automatically. For example, if I click on it to open, come here, open my map, let me just close here and select a waypoint, random waypoint here in the map, I will be teleported automatically to this place. As you can see here, you can also teleport to some properties that you may have, some illegal business too, some popular places that you can teleport to, specific airfields, specific mountains, landmarks, stores, Los Santos costume, clothing stores, and places that you have saved as a waypoint for you to go. Part of world is everything related to the world that you are right now in the game. So for example, here you can change the weather. For example, as you can see, it is raining right now, and if I click in force weather, it changes automatically to me. You can change some stuff about the hour of the world right now, get some collectibles, glow, disable something if you want to disable a specific thing about the world, make specific options about the clouds of your world, about the ocean, about the game visuals, clear some area that you want to clear it. Here have some things, some options related to world editor too, and ESP options right here too. Next part we have is the part of recovery. That basically is everything to upgrade your account. So here in the part of recovery is where you're gonna find the part of level. So basically here you can select a rank that you want to level up. So for example, here you can put till level 80,000, but I always recommend to put a level between 200 and 400 to make it easier for you and safer, because it's a level that you already will be able to unblock everything inside the game, but also won't get detected by the Rockstar. So be sure you're putting a level between these two numbers, 200 and 400. Here also we have the part of unlocks that, as the name says, is everything that you can unlock inside the game. So there's a lot of unlocks that you can do. You can unlock some account buffers too, and of course unlock some package bulls too. And to unlock, it's really easy. You just come here and click on the option and it will literally unlock everything for you just by clicking on stuff. Here there's the part of business creator too that basically you can use to earn some money. So for example, it's in this part of business creator that you can do the Kayopediku heist and use the option of instant finish that basically you finish the heist automatically. Here also there's the part of CEO statistic that can make so much more easier to do the cargo method money here in the main menu. So here there's a lot of things that you can do using the part of the business creator. There is also the part of stats editor that basically you can change some stuff related to your account, some statistics. So for example, you can change the year, the month, and the day that your account was created. You can change the amount of kills, amount of deaths. You can change some other statistic here. There's a lot of statistics that you can change and put the number that you prefer, as you can see. There is a part of outfit that basically you can change the outfit of your character and it's really easy to change. For example, if I get out, just let me get out of here the car so I can show you exactly. My character is a female character, so I'm going to choose the female outfits. And basically here there's a lot of options and literally to change it's just click on the option and as you can see it changes automatically for me. So it's really easy to use this part of outfits because you just click on the option and it will change automatically. And all of the outfits you can also save to use later when you enter into the game without the mod. Here in the part we covered, there's also the part of tunables. There's a lot of things of tunables that you can use. The part of money that here, for example, there are some videos showing exactly the different types of money methods that you can use here in the menu to earn a good amount of money. And also here the nightclub safe loop that basically you can get a loop of 100k just by clicking on the option right here and being in front of the safe locker of the nightclub, of your nightclub in case. There's the part of stat editor. There are some other stuff right here that you can use. Some part of transactions, that is another money method right here that you can use. The part of globals and also the part of locals. The next part that we have is the part of network that basically is everything related to the session that you are right now, the sessions that you may enter because you can change sessions inside here using the mod, but also some things related to the players that are in the same session as you. So for example, if you're in an online sessions, here will appear all of the players that are in the same session as you. And here basically you can do some options with them. For example, add someone, add a friend. You can kill someone specific, explode someone. Here there's also the part of sessions that basically you can change the session that you are right now for another one. There's a part of support request and of course the part that you can literally save the players and see the players that you saved. Here in the part of miscellaneous, the last section that we have practically is literally options that doesn't really enter in the other criteria right here. So for example, here we have the off the radar, we have the part of disable death barriers, we have the option of no idle kick, there's also some part of skip cutscene, kill phone, destroy projectables. Here also there are some options related to the vision of your character, some part of the parachute, some part of damage, and also some part of stunt jump. And for the last, we have the part of settings that basically here you can put some hotkeys related to any option that the mod may have, so it can make it easier for you to use. There is also the part of GUI here and also the part of translate that basically here only the menu has only translations for Portuguese and English. So basically this video was about this, showing a little bit about the mod and giving a quick tour inside the game. Not just that, but also showing a little bit about the part of injection and also the part of downloading all of the files. And as you can see, it's really easy to use, download, and inject, and literally to do anything related to this mod. But before we end this video, I always like to say that if you have bought the mod from me and you're having some doubts related to anything, can be literally anything, you can always send a message through the social media that you bought and I'll be able to help you there and give you the full support through there. Don't try to call anyone else because probably the other seller won't give you the support that you need. So be sure you're calling me to help you. But of course, if you don't have any mod yet and you're looking for a mod that has a really good amount of options to use inside the game, not just that, but also to upgrade your account, because it has a lot of options related to upgrade your account. So if you got interested in buying this mod for you, you can always send a message through the social medias that are below in the description of this video. I'll be able to answer all of your doubts through there and also help you buy through there. Not just that, but if you are sure you want to buy, you can also buy through the website, the official website that is also in the description of this video, and you also will have the full support with me. But since I already told you everything that I should in this video and showed you everything that I should, I'm gonna be ending this video right here. So I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night, and bye bye.